Good day, I'm Jasmine Cinco. I'm the mediator. Our topic is one-child policy. What is one-child policy? One-child policy is a family planning policy. It helps the population become less and the supply will be fair to the family. If you are under the one-child policy, your child will have a good life, but there's still a disadvantage. To introduce the defender of disagree and agree, here is Anika Ang, the side of disagree, and Shailene Protestades and Christine Joy Espejo for the agree. Let the debate begin. The first will be the disagree, Anika Ang.
So if we talk about one-child policy, it is good for one's country because it helps the economy of a country to be enough. But if we talk about the disadvantages, of course, it will step on the human rights of a family. We are free to choose what we want to. So it means that the one-child policy is not good for us because it steps to our human rights. It removes the rights of people to have a kind of life that they like. So it is not good to it's not the one-child policy. It is not really good for us, especially if we talk about the human rights. But in the economy, I can say yes, it helps, but still we need to live as people, not as, let's say, monsters because we kill people.
Let's hear the opinion of agree.
For me, one-child policy is good for our country because it helps our population to decrease the people around our country. And so that it became a policy, so the family have a control to themselves to have many children, so they can provide it by their needs. That's all.
You?
For me, it's better to implement the one-child policy because, like what she said, it increases the rapid growth of our population, and it also gives us more environmental advantages.
But do you think killing people without them knowing that they're still alive, do you think killing people is the right way to have a good, just because we have to have a good country, just because we have to have a good economy? It's not fair because they don't know that they're alive. They don't have even a sense if they're still in the world or not. So it's not fair to them if you're killing them just because you want your lives to be good.
Yes, because yes, we know that, but they will have to control themselves when it comes to that, and they also need to have a guidance and to have a family planning to have a good future, especially to their children.
And for me, we don't need to kill babies or childs. So there's a word that is control. We need to control ourselves, the couples, if they have to control themselves to have a baby. We don't need to do the abortion or something, killing the babies.
But one-child policy covers abortion. It kills babies. So when we say one-child policy, you have to have just one child. So if the only reason is just killing, I think it's not really fair.
So I think you don't need to kill the babies if you can control yourself. Having a sex affair to your husband or your wife.
Folks, wait. We need to stop their debate. we're getting too hot with their opinion, but their opinions are correct. Let's take a break. To continue the debate, let's hear the agree.
Well, for us, it's better to implement the one-child policy for everyone to have a better living standards.
And it also have other advantages to our life. It can increase the food supplies, it can maintain our steady labor rate, and it reduces unemployment, and more jobs are available to the parents that want to have a job because the decreasing population of our country.
But what about the feelings of the parents who have one child only? See, because what if that child dies? So what about the parents? They'll be sad forever. They'll be sad and they'll die because of the sadness. So how are you gonna supply the needs of a family to have more than one child? Because as they say, diba? As they say, the more the merrier. So we conclude that having more kids is more fun and happy, and it gives the meaning to the word family, gives the meaning to the word love. So how are you gonna supply that need if you're just gonna focus on the economy of the country? If the people who are living in that country are like robots following the policy.
For us, it's not all about the economic or everything. It's all about the future of their lives, because sometimes the others are not supporting a good future to their family because they have a many child.
And then it also hurt a parent if her or his child died of it's because of poverty, because they can't afford what the child needs, the food, they can give the proper nutrition for them, and they died also. But it's just it's more hurt for them because they are the one who is concerned for the needs of their child, but they can provide it because of their having a married child.
But how you're gonna say, let's say that it is good, but if you have only one child, it comes to the term that you're going to spoil the child because it's your only treasure, so you're gonna spoil it. So if you're gonna spoil the child, then she's gonna be, or he or she's gonna be spoiled, and she's gonna always care about himself or herself only. So the disadvantage is the parents, they don't know that their child doesn't have any care for them. So it comes that the child just cares about himself, so he doesn't care about the economy of the country or his parents, because he just cares about himself because he gets what he wants. So we're gonna teach the child how to care for his country or for his family if he himself is spoiled.
For me, for us, one-child policy is better for our country because our country is being crowded of more people. Every year that pass, more and more child are living, and our country can provide, especially the government. They can afford all the students to have a school. Yes, they have a public school, but yet there's a family that is too poor and they can afford their child to go to school.
So we're gonna solution the human rights because they're stepping on the human rights of people. The free will is gone if we follow the one-child policy.
They have a free will. They can what do you call this? They can have a one child, but they can have another one because it's like it's too hard for the government to carry all the child to our country.
We need to end this debate because your opinions are correct, but they all of you are eager to elaborate your opinion. In terms of family life, one child policy helps the parents to support their child. But in terms of human rights, families have no freedom to choose what they want. We can adopt the one child policy, but most of Filipinos are not willing to follow the policy because Filipinos are very, very religious people. That's why they want many children in their families. My recommendation is families can have more than one child, but if they can support them, that's where authorities can take action. That's all. Thank you and God bless.